Hello everyone, it's Amy, and I just decided that I wanted to play with my jelly plate this morning. I was watching Ginny from Brave Blue Raven Crafts, and I've been watching Elizabeth Brewer do a lot of painty papers, and I've just been seeing so many people doing their painty papers, and I've just really been wanting to do that, and I've really been wanting to get out my jelly plate. So I decided that I haven't made just a regular video in quite a long time, so I thought you might want to just join me. Just have a little chit-chatty video. But I'm trying to get ready to go to my daughter's. She lives in Oklahoma, and my brother's going to come and stay with Papa for a week, actually even longer than a week, because we are leaving on Friday morning after my brother gets here, and we are not going to come home until the next week Sunday. So that's really cool. I'm so excited. And of course, there's just always, it feels like there's so much going on that just put 2 on there. When you do that, you have to remember to stamp off on your other paper, because otherwise it doesn't pick up the paint as well. So we're really getting excited. My husband had to go out of town for a little bit for work. So, and it's raining today. So I just really wanted to, I think I'm going to do nothing today. And then starting tomorrow, I'll start working on my house and get it ready for my brother to come. Just, it's not that bad, but sometimes, when you're a crafter, the crafting comes first, the house comes second. At least with me it does. So, sorry if this shakes the table. I may not think about it. And this is an old creaky table. It was my mom and my dad's. Well, that's pretty. I just want to make some backgrounds, and then I got out some of my stencils. I really haven't been using much of my art room stuff because I've been doing the series, and a lot of the stuff I've been using, I've actually just been using it out of there. So I thought it's time for me to play with my things again for a little bit. And I'm still trying to figure out the whole YouTube doesn't edit anymore. And I did get an editing program. I watched a lot of videos. And I just wanted a free one because I'm not a computer kind of person. So I really didn't want to go spend a bunch of money for an editing program that I wouldn't be able to even figure out. So I got one of the free ones online called, I don't even remember what it's called, Shotcut, I think. And I've edited 2 videos with it. I tried to get way ahead on YouTube before they took it off. And I had 47 and 48. I had 48 all edited and everything. It was ready to go. It was just waiting for its week. And 47 had a lot more parts. And so by the time I actually got to trying to edit 48, this is just off the bottom of a chicken box. Like when you get chicken at Walmart, so is this one and this one. It's got really cool textures in it. I even made one, where's that one? This one right here. I cut this one because I thought that it looked like an archway. I used that on a page once, and it really does look like an archway. It's actually quite pretty. So don't forget to look at everything you put your hands on. See if maybe it just might be something that you could use in your arting. And then you've got really cool texture that other people actually don't even have. And that's the cool thing about it. It's not like the same as everybody. I like to be different. I think we all like to be different. But was I saying, oh yeah, I'm trying to edit. So I'm going to do this maybe in 2 parts. I set the timer on my stove so that it would remind me that 10 minutes has passed. because I get sidetracked and then forget all about it. And I still record on my phone. And so if it's longer than about 10 or 12 minutes, then when I try and send it to YouTube, it says it's too long. And it will split it and send it in a couple of parts, but since I'm having a problem editing, I really don't want it to split it. Plus, it's really hard to split it at the same place if you're trying to do the first half and the second half. Here's how that one looked. Now, this is the first one that I stamped, and then as I went on, they got lighter and lighter because I forgot to get the paint off of my thing I was playing with there. But yeah, so I'm hoping I've got up to week 48 is already in the books. I have to tell you, week 46 is my favorite. I'm so excited for week 46 to come. If I could do them out of order, I would. But since we have to buy everything for each week, I can't do them out of order. But 46 is really cool. At least I think so. I really, really like it. And I don't know. By the time that you may have seen, this kind of thing before it comes up, but it's kind of different. Well, this red just won't come out. No, I'm not going to take the top off. That would be a dangerous thing for me to do. We'll just stamp it on there. And you can see all the lines and marks in my jelly plate. Now I can melt that down in a double boiler, not one that you use for your food, and then just put it back out again. So, but because I like the textured backgrounds, that just gives it more texture, so I really don't mind that that's there. It's just really dry. So I'm just gonna not worry about that. And once I get some backgrounds done, then I can use my stencils and play with some of those, because I haven't done that in a long time either. Love these big rolls. But, oh, what else? I don't know. That's pretty much what's going on right now. It's a little bit consuming getting ready to go, especially since my husband had to go out of town. So it's kind of like, and then he's going to be out of town the next week too. So I'm going to actually drop him off at his work on our way back from Oklahoma, because he's another state down from us right now where he's working. So he'll get there quicker, and I have to turn around and drive 5 hours back. But trying to make sure he has everything ready, and make sure that I have everything ready to go, because he'll be home late Thursday night, and we're leaving early Friday morning. So, and the kids are getting excited, and we're getting so excited. They moved to Florida 2 years ago. So they've been gone 2.5 years, I think, and we haven't gone to visit them yet. So, this will be our first time to go visit them. And now they're in Oklahoma because they changed jobs. Same job, just different company. And they work with cattle. Our kids were raised on a farm, so our youngest is really our animal girl. She went to school to be a veterinary technician. And when they moved to Oklahoma, she actually wound up going to work for the same cattle company that her husband went to work for. And they're getting ready to buy a house. They were so excited, they thought they were going to close this Friday and they'd be all moved in before we got there. And then some of his military paperwork did not get to the bank, and so now it's delayed a little bit, and so they were so disappointed. But they might get to close the Friday before we get there. Like we'll get there on Saturday, because we're going to stay. My back is too bad to ride the full length of that way. And so we'll stop Friday night. And then we'll get there sometime Saturday midday. I don't think that it'll be that late. I have no idea what this is. but it's kind of cool. So, but I hope that you all are having a nice crafty weekend. I did a little bit yesterday. I haven't done any kind of a entry into a competition or a giveaway. It's not the giveaway part. I just like to join in, but it's just been so busy this summer that I haven't done any of those in a long time. And I started doing one for Elizabeth Brewer. She is doing one where you just make a signature for her traveler's notebook, and she's going to give one of those away. And if you haven't met Elizabeth Brewer, she's Elizabeth Brewer on YouTube, Elizabeth Brewer, and and she's so funny, and she's so easy to listen to, and she's just very enjoyable. So if you haven't found her yet, go check that out. It's Elizabeth Brewer, and she's just a sweetheart. I just really love her. So, and I just heard my timer beep. It seems like it hasn't even been 10 minutes. That's why I have to set a timer, because I lose track of time once I start arting. Oh, I could do it for hours and hours and never even blink. This is gold. The metallic ones kind of spread I don't know, they kind of put on a thin layer, I think, like when you put them on. Ooh, I got a lot of paint on this one. But I'll finish up this one, and then I'll probably make a few more backgrounds, and then I'm going to come back and do some stenciling with them, or put some stencils on my backgrounds. So what else do I have here that's cool? Oh, see, here's one of my, but that's stenciling. Let's just do some mark making. This again, this is the bottom of one of those chicken boxes. It's kind of funny because it's like, usually once every couple of weeks we get chicken from Walmart, and because Papa can't have salt, so it has to be when things are really well, and we have to schedule our salt intake. So, but we get to do that, and it's like every few times that we go and get them, their boxes change. And so I've got some really cool things and they're nice and solid because they're a solid plastic, and you can just cut them out any way that you want to. Let's do something different. Oh, I know. I never used this one before. I don't know what that is either. I found this at the Goodwill warehouse. I don't go there anymore because I have so much stuff in my house that I really need to stop going there. So I have stopped. Especially, I have a friend that showed me about a craft outlet that's here in the big city by me. And they have craft stuff that's like returned from the stores, from the craft stores. It's a really cool place. So I showed her the Goodwill outlet, and she showed me that. And so now she goes to the Goodwill outlet, and I go to the craft outlet. I figure I can't go to both, because otherwise I won't have any place to live. And the Goodwill outlet, their prices have gone up. It used to be, when I started there, it was 39 cents an item or 59 cents a pound. And I'm telling you, you got a lot of stuff for that. But I had a little store that I put stuff in and sold. It was right next to my mom's dialysis. So when I would take my mom to dialysis, it would give me something to do, because it was 3 hours that she had to be there. And it, that's wasn't enough time to actually come home. And yet it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. So there wasn't a lot opened. But I would get everything all ready and everything, and work on pricing it and that kind of stuff. And then when they would open up, I had a little tiny booth there, and I'd go over and put my stuff in there and make sure it was all cleaned up nice. And it was cool because it gave me something to do. I got so much paint on there, I still have a lift off. Alrighty, well, I'm going to stop this right here. If I can't connect it with part 2, I am going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.